Hey there, listeners. This is Joshua Keppel, and welcome to the first John's Noise podcast. I hope you enjoy it. This week's, I know I've missed a bunch of weeks, so I'm going to try to do this as, as much as possible, but, it's kind of hard with jobs and all that stuff, and life getting in the way. But anyways, this is my interview with Greygg from the from the Rub Club Comedy Band, and I really hope you enjoy it. I was taken to their studio, blindfolded. It was a pretty creepy experience, but, you got to do what you got to do when you're the business I'm in, So, I hope you enjoy. Gregg's a great guy. The rest of the band, great guys, definitely, So, enjoy, and stay tuned for yet another podcast, hopefully. So, we'll see ya. Hey everyone, this is Joshua Keppel from John's Noise Records here. I am here with Greygg, the singer of the Rub Club Comedy Band, and we are in their studio, and they're about to do something big.
Hey, how's it going there? My name's Greygg, from the Rub Club. Pleasure to be here, Josh.
Yeah, this is a nice studio you got here. I like it a lot. It's a shame the fans can't see it. It's kind of a secret location, though.
Yeah, it's pretty secretive, we don't want anybody, barging through the windows or anything like that,
Yeah. So, a lot of people are asking how'd the band form? I think we should start there.
We were all just jamming, just hanging out, playing some songs, and we're just like, what if we were to record it,
Yeah, that's how a lot of bands start, I bet, So you're just starting out having fun.
Yeah, so we recorded it,
Yeah, I like it. The first album, Get the Rub Club, a lot of loungy stuff in there, pretty relaxed. What do you say about the sound of the first album?
We sort of let it go, but who's to say that we can't go back there someday,
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's a good sound, but our newer sound is a bit more heavy,
Yeah, I've definitely noticed that from Moonbase Mars Part 1, Part 2, the Inner Saga,
Yeah,
What's going on with that Inner Saga? A lot of people are confused of the order in which these are released, they
come out when they come out, and I guess you could say that's canon,
Yeah, I can agree with that. All right, so let's talk about, when did this idea of Moonbase Mars come to fruition? When did this happen? How did it happen?
John, which is a member of the Rub Club, but not John of John's Noise. A lot of people.
Yeah, of course not. That's a big boss man.
Yeah, a lot of people get that confused. But John of Rub Club was just like, what if we do a space opera? And,
yeah, I like that.
Yeah, and we did. We recorded it.
Yeah, recording is good. Let me try to think of some other questions here. There's a lot of questions I want to ask. So about Moonbase Mars, the story, everything like that. What I'm asking right here is there going to be anything else other than the music? Are we expanding this to anything else? You have anything in mind? Any deals? Anything like that going on?
We wanted to do a deal with Sony Pictures, but we're not too sure what the word is on that yet.
Yeah.
We're gonna be probably making an RPG game.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it should be pretty good. Should be good.
Yeah. A lot of fans might enjoy that quite a bit. I heard a little whispering that there was maybe a visual novel going on, but we're not too sure about that, huh?
Yeah, I'd say that's probably in the gray area too right now.
Yeah, a lot of things are. Here we have Sheep's Eye here coming up, the keyboardist.
Hej, zbuštva, igrbatu ins. Greygg, vagad bish in zbuštpadi. Okay? Okay.
Yeah, he said it.
What did Sheep's Eye just say? I don't know his language.
He said something about getting drinks after the show,
Oh, cool. I thought this was a recording session and not really a show, but you...
Well, everything's a show, We're not on shows,
I like that, yeah. More about the studio here. It's really freaking hot in here. Why exactly don't you have some air conditioning in here or anything like that?
We think that the heat really gets the energy flowing, you know?
Yeah, I can agree with the one song, which I may play a little bit of right now, maybe, if I edit this later, you know?
Yeah, sounds good, yeah.
Anyways, so, there's another reason why I'm here. Another big reason. That was secret for a while, because it isn't 2025. But what's the big secret, Greg? Why are we here in this session?
We are here today to record Moonbase Mars Part 3.
Wow. No, that's hard hitting right there. A lot of fans have been talking about it on the forum. A lot of people, social media, everything like that. They've been crazy about it. Moonbase Mars Part 1, Moonbase Mars Part 2, Well, why don't you tell us a little bit of the story of Moonbase Mars thus far?
We were fighting with our parents, story-wise that is, and we went to Mars. And then while we were in Mars, we had to fight businessmen because they were trying to take over Mars,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then the war was canceled because somebody killed a bird. We're not going to say exactly who, but someone did it, and then...
It's a mystery!
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
All right, we got some yelling going on in the studio here.
Yeah. I'd say, it's about, you gotta listen to the songs, buy the CDs.
All right, so the name of the studio here is La Grande Sala Rosa. Did I get that correct?
Yeah, it's something like that. It's like salsa.
All right, yeah. Any word on why that's called that or anything like that?
I think it stands for, like, large white house or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot of people on the forum just call it the Rubbin' It Studio. It's like a common term because no one can really remember the original name of the studio.
Yeah, we call it that too sometimes, I
mean, it's a pretty secretive location. I was, blindfolded while I was let out here.
Yeah, you'll be blindfolded on the way back out too.
Oh, that's good, yeah. Well, let's talk about some releases that aren't Moonbase Mars. Let's get out a little bit. So we talked about the first one a little bit. So I think for the next one, I think it's time to maybe talk about the Atom session. Can you tell us why that came about?
Well, I wasn't here for that one, but
yeah, that's right. Your vocals aren't featured on that one.
Yeah, that's right. They went sort of like a different taste for that one because I wasn't here, but I listened to it, and you better believe I like it.
I think the Rub Club is at a position where it can do basically wherever it wants. Like you get these bands that are so popular that the fans just kind of go with the flow. Well, most of the fans, and I'm sure most bands alienate their fan base. What do you think about that? Do you think your fans have been alienated, divided perhaps in this new sound?
Well, I think the fans kind of understand that we just kind of, like we do what we want,
You do you,
Yeah, we do us, yeah.
All right, I like that, yeah. So I guess we'll move away from the Atom session because you weren't exactly here for it. So we'll just move on to Jared's here. Jared's here. He's wearing red. Jared apparently is going to be a member of the Rub Club tonight. Is that true?
Yeah, we got him featured in a couple tracks, yeah.
I mean, the expansion of the band has just blown up since the first release. I mean, you got Waffle Top, you got Atom. I mean, just countless. I mean, you got some unreleased material featuring other musicians, I hear. That's not released yet, though. You got any scoop on anything like that?
Well, I don't want to spend too much time on stuff that's not released, But yeah, we got some new albums coming,
Yeah. It's pretty weird for a band to be, working on their masterpiece, basically, like the end of the Moonbase Mars trilogy, plus having all these side things coming out. You're really a powerhouse band, and I appreciate that a lot,
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.
Yeah. So let's start talking about something called the Inner Saga, or the, the secondary saga within Moonbase Mars. Let me get my papers out here and search it up, In the meantime of me doing this, why don't you tell us the band members and give a of what they're like. You know, I think the fans really want to listen to that.
All right, well, we got Waffle Top. You know, he plays a guitar. He's pretty new. He first appeared on the Adam sessions. I wasn't here for his first performance, but as I said, I listened to the album, and yeah, it was good. I liked it. It was good. We got Sheep's Eye, who's been around for the very first recording. He plays the keyboard and other keyboard like things. We got Ace, who plays the drums. He's a pretty nice guy, you know. I wouldn't be able to sing very well without his drums around, because it's good to have a nice beat to sing to, you know. We got John, which isn't the leader of John's Noise Records, but different John. He used to play with like noise knobs and stuff like that, and now he's doing stuff on a mini brute keyboard. So that's pretty cool, you know. Got some expanding sound kind of stuff, you know. Yeah.
All right, Greg, I got one of the albums up. Moonbase Mars, Inside the Biosphere. This album is quite an interesting release because it isn't exactly part of the full-out Moonbase Mars trilogy, but it's like I said, an inner saga. All right, so let's just go through this track by track. We got I'm a Fucking MLG here first. What can you tell us about that track, perhaps?
Well, actually, when we were starting that up, we were planning on doing some more like lounge type things, and as you can probably tell, that didn't happen. But yeah, it's about being a fucking MLG. You know, I wrote a pretty good amount of that. I'd say about like 80% or so. We had a guest writer for the rest of it though. His name's Matt. He's a great guy. He wrote the part about Animal Crossing, and we love him. You know, he's good.
All right, so then, obviously we go on to the next track. Chad Walks a Long Time in the Fucking Desert. Now, this track is definitely an interesting track because it's, a little heavy. And you got a lot of influences in there, definitely. What can you tell us about that one, possibly?
I'd say that we're mostly influenced by Nickelback, you know. Yeah, that one starts off like a little slow, you know, but yeah, it's got a lot of a Egyptian feel to it. We're big fans of the Sphinx. We like the Sphinx's music, and yeah, you know, it's about Chad, who is the other singer, walking a long time in the fucking desert, even though I'm the one singing on it. It's kind of weird, you know, but we did it. All right, back to you, you know.
And then of course that leads into Fever Dream, but I think we're going to skip directly to Adam's Nipples. What can you tell us about Adam's Nipples, you know?
They can't be beat, and they're the best kind of meat, you know? Adam's Nipples are, it's a song about Adam's Nipples, which is a member of the Rub Club, obviously.
Is it any longer?
You know, it's about his nipples and how good they are. We love them. Yeah, they're beloved.
All right. And then next we got Aloe Vera Part 2, which there is a Part 1. Pretty popular track. A lot of big fans of that track. What can you tell me about why you decided to have a Part 2? Is it because it's just such a great song?
Yeah, Aloe Vera is definitely one of my favorites. Favorited amongst most of the bandmates, you know. It's a really good track, and yeah, Part 2 is sort of like an homage, and since we're in the desert, what a better time to use Aloe Vera, you know.
Yeah.
Talking about Aloe Vera.
Leads into story time, and then we got 2025 Ode to the Future outro. So in it, you say that Moonbase Mars 3 is coming out in 2025, but of course it's 2015, 10 years before the release date. But we are here recording, so did that just happen to happen, or do you guys live in 2025 as we speak?
Yeah, I think, I mean, maybe I jumped the gun on that one, but, I think it's canon that it is year 2025 when the things of Moonbase Mars Part 3 happen. It's about Mars being uninhabited anymore. Like, we can't live there anymore because it's Mars, and, it's cold and stuff because it's a planet, that you can't live on without special help,
What movie came out March 23rd?
I don't know.
What is that?
Hunger Games?
That was like
March 23rd.
10 years ago.
All right, thanks, Greg. All right, we're going to move on to Moonbase Mars, Here on Mars. We're not going to go track by track. I think we're running out of time here, but we got Maybe We Should Have Stayed Home, Evil Witch, Come On Honey, Witch Battle, Witch Mountain, Lady Bokovisk, and Witch Battle number 2. Why all of a sudden transfer over to, a witch, as the main villain? Because obviously we had the businessmen, in the Civil War Part 2, but this takes place after Civil War, but now there seems to be a Martian witch, A lot of people are, they were pretty excited when this happened, Having a female, lead character in a Rub Club story is really progressive, I think, in today's society. So, why don't you tell us the inspiration behind Here on Mars?
Yeah, having a lady villain's kind of, it's got like that Disney feel to it, because you got like Maleficent or whatever, but it's like Malevolent is a Martian being, and we thought that's cool, we thought that'd be pretty cool to do.
All right, all right, we'll talk about a few of the tracks here. Maybe We Should Have Stayed Home has a pretty mellow feel. All the witch songs are just completely crazy, pretty heavy usually. And then of course you got Witch Mountain, which is probably the most rock and roll song you guys have. So could you explain why you decided to maybe go a really rock and roll direction? Because that could play on my local rock station.
The rock and roll feel was just something that just kind of happened on the spot, Waffle Top was told to play something, really, really rock and rolly, and I gotta say it worked out pretty well. I really like that track, it's a good track.
All right, thank you. I think that's really it we got here. So, Moonbase Mars Part 3 going to be out fairly soon, I'm guessing?
Yeah, 2025, yeah.
Yeah. So I think we're going to wrap this conversation up. Greg, thank you for speaking with me for the podcast. Sheep's eyes looking at me weird over there. So I think we're going to roll this up. I'll let you and the band get back to it. I obviously can't stay in here. It's pretty secret, so I'm going to be blindfolded and escorted out and fly home. So, any closing remarks about Moonbase Mars Part 3? Any words to the fans? Any words to family, friends, you name it?
Thanks for coming out to interview us here on set and all that noise. Thanks. I just want to say, hi family, how you doing? I'll be home to take the garbage out later, Thanks.
All right, thank you, Greg. This was the first John's Noise podcast with Greg from the Rub Club Comedy Band. You can find their Moonbase Mars Part 3 release coming out fairly soon. johnsnoiserecords.bandcamp.com. You can find their music and, obviously the other music on the label. And we'll see you guys next time. See ya, bye.
Can you talk about the Association of Underground Artists?
Oh no.
We can do it right now. It's place. You want to do it right now?
Yeah. Or you could just be like, oh yeah, we forgot to talk about something.
Yeah. We forgot to talk about something, Greg. I was kind of being blindfolded there really quick there. But, you recently had your first live show, Rub Club, at the Association for Vibrant Artists. What do you think about that?
The AVA is a great place. They got, It's kind of small, you know, but it's a nice, comfortable feeling there, you know. Yeah, it was our first time ever performing live, so that was really interesting, you know, to just go out and do what we do in front of people, you know.
Yeah.
Because you normally don't get to do what you do in front of people, you know.
From what I've heard, I wasn't there, obviously. I couldn't make it due to businessing, but we heard that how it worked was the crowd would give you a story idea and you would create a song out of that. We don't have a recording of the live session because something went wrong with the recording because of grunge band is just like a demon on it or something. I don't know. I've heard a lot of paranormal things about it, but anyways, so are you planning on going to the Vibrant Artist, the Association for Vibrant Artists yet again? Can we expect a live album?
Yeah, a live album would be cool, you know, especially in a place like that. That is how we did the songs. We had people suggest what the songs were about, and some of the suggestions kind of sucked, but, you know, some of them were all right, and that's good, you know.
I heard there was one about 9/11 out there.
Yeah, somebody suggested 9/11. We were like, we're not fucking doing that, you piece of shit, you know.
All right, yeah. Yeah. So, out of all the improv songs you did, we also have heard that Smooth Ride was at the end of that. Any word on Smooth Ride for Moonbase Mars Part 3? It's a beloved song that, reoccurs and reprises, whole across the spectrum, really. So what can you tell us about maybe Smooth Ride being on the third one, or is that too secret?
Smooth Ride will be featured on the album, the newest album, 666 times. So yeah, that should be pretty good. Yeah, it would be really nice if we could have that recording, but it is indeed haunted, and that makes it cool. Like, that's a cool recording because it's haunted, but you can't hear anything really well because it's haunted. So
yeah, I hear that there's also some bootlegs from cell phones and stuff there could be some bootleg Smooth Ride, live Smooth Ride out there. What do you think about that being on the popular websites such as the Pirate Bay, all those type of things, Kick-Ass Torrents, people stealing your music? What are your views on music piracy, basically?
Our tracks are all free on Bandcamp, so I don't give a shit. I like boots and I like legs, so if there is indeed a bootleg out there, I would appreciate to hear it, All
right, so anyone out there that was at that first live show that recorded any of that, the recording is haunted, something happened to it, I don't know. But if you could mail that in to the Rubbin' It Studios, also known as its actual name, the Grand La Rosa Studios, if you could mail that out, that'd be great. So I think that is going to finish this up. Thank you for talking with me. This was Greygg from the Rub Club Comedy Band.
Hey, thanks, everybody.
Thank you for listening to the first John's Noise podcast. I will see all of you later for the next episode. See you later.